Welcome back to another video. It's y'all's usual Monday update video, and I'm gonna tell you, there's not much going on. Everything is sideways. You've had a couple projects come down, a couple projects go up, and not really a lot of news on the project fronts. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over them. Probably not gonna be as long as a video this time because there's not that much to go over. I find that every Monday, some of these projects I'm just regurgitating the same thing. I know y'all are probably getting sick of it, but hey, I also put chapters in it. So some of that stuff you don't have to listen to because not everybody's watching these videos from front to back. Here at the house, it's been a little tough. Y'all know that for those who follow the channel, my son leaves in 6 days for college, and I am not holding up well at all. It's not good. I'm not going to sit here and try to act grumpy or tough or anything like that. For those who follow my channel know that my son and I are very close. We do a lot of stuff together, fishing, hunting, and just hanging out. And I'm not taking it well. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Next weekend is gonna be very hard. And just like yesterday, I was cutting grass in the backyard, thinking about all the stuff we did when he was a little kid and stuff. And I'm like, oh, and dying. So it's gonna be rough. So if y'all don't hear from me next weekend, don't worry about it. I'm just laying low. But we have to get to next weekend first. So crypto in the whole is just basically sideways. It's funny, all these people last 2-3 weeks were like, alt seasons here, because you saw Ethereum go up some, alt seasons here, and kind of just faded away. This is the Bitcoin chart, hourly chart, and you can see just like a day or two ago, it was up to 122,000. Everybody said, here it comes again. It's getting pushed up again, and they didn't take long. But if you kind of watch this line right here, it's almost like we're starting a new support line here. And I've always said, I think it's crazy that you can just draw these lines like this and how they all fit in a certain way. So, you hit support here, kind of close here, hit support here, and you bounced off the support here. So we're kind of drawing this new support line on a 1 hour. This is where I like to pretend like I know what the hell I'm talking about, but sometimes these lines just follow themselves. Like this line right here is a long time support. And again, it's just crazy how these lines will just fall in like this, hitting multiple points like this. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this. Now, one of the crazy things is with Bitcoin, you had this hard drop, and with Ethereum, you've kind of gone up over the weekend, and you've kind of staying there. Yeah, you're playing around right here, but you're still kind of going sideways. Solana had come up over the last week to the weekend, 185, 186, $187. We're back down to 175, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with all this. And even XRP looks almost the same as what Solana does. It was up to this 360 range, came back down to 270, back up to 338, and now we're at 313. You almost have another kind of support line. Kind of right there. We'll see. We'll see what happens with all this. I'm hearing a lot of stuff with just even with stocks and what Trump's going to do and tariffs, and are we going to raise rates over the next, or lower rates over the next 30 days and different things. This is all, to me, we're not following the same cycles we did before. We have a wild card in the White House, no matter how you feel against them. You can take that as a positive if you like the man. You can take that as a negative if you don't like the man. I don't care either way. I'm all about the crypto, and he's had some positive things that have come with crypto laws and some of the things he's passed, and some of these other things he's doing is killing the market. We have to be honest. So you don't know what you're going to get tomorrow on Tuesday or Wednesday or Tuesday of next week with the man. He's always on his, you got to stay on your toes with him, but we'll see. We'll see what the next week brings with this. All right, so we can go ahead and start these fireworks off early. Like I said, I'm not planning on getting a complete, real big deep dive into all this, but there's some things I just want to hit on. But we're gonna start off with the same number one. Prices going down, so some of our rewards or the reward rate, whatever you want to call it, the value has gone down also. So Chirp, Chirp had price decrease. So therefore, we were making about $6 last week, if I'm not mistaken, and we're close to about $5 right now, a day. So we lost about $1 a day. This is Chirp Blackbird rewards, strictly the Chirp Blackbird rewards. Getting into KAGE is a whole different story. So I got my KAGE rewards, and I got 400 Chirp for my last KAGE rewards. And y'all know I run the hell out this project. I don't care where I'm going. The only time I turn it off is if the battery accidentally dies and I don't realize it. I scan constantly. The amount of cheating that's going on, I will call it out all day. And the way that the cheating is out of hand and the way this project is handling it is extremely disappointing. Basically, they're at a fact that even some of the mods or the admins in Discord have agreed that it looks very suspicious, but they're asking us, well, y'all prove it to us that they're cheating. Somebody starting the new round of KAGE in 2 hours. If y'all look at our Discord, we even discussed it in our Discord and in the Grumpy Discord, but it was also discussed in Chirp. In 2 hours, somebody was over 1 million points already. 2 hours. You realize how impossible that is? And if you're scanning the same areas over and over, I don't care how densely some city is. We've been doing KAGE now for several months. You're scanning the same cellular towers over and over. So you're not even getting all the bonuses anymore because it says new cellular, new Wi-Fi. There's no way you're getting that. But people want to know, well, why do we care so much? I'm going to show you why. So this was their announcement. Today, KAGE round 4 was a blast, whatever. 840,000 chirp was shared across the top data hunters. The champion taking home 2,860 chirp. Every spot in the top ranks mattered and every win was better. So let's go to the full leaderboard. So one of the people that we suspect who just makes millions and millions like it ain't nothing, Suelen, whatever his name is, Suelen, 2,860 rewards. You don't think that's a big deal, but 2,860 is basically he made $200. $200. Where I sat here and I ran it nonstop and I made 400 chirp. And what's 400 chirp? $26. Now you see the issue because you question some of these guys that are up here. And I'm not going to stereotype. I'm not going to get in trouble. But basically, all these people that have been questioned, VR46, he will wait. It's almost like he's doing it as a joke. He'll wait a couple of days and just all of a sudden start passing everybody up like he's standing still. You know, he got 2785. 2785. So he got $185. And again, it's the rate. If people would sit here and think and use common sense, the rate that they're getting these points, 1 million. I walked around Baltimore and traveled around Baltimore. Baltimore's a density. It's got cellular towers. First time scanning it. But I didn't get 1 million in a day. I was at the Baltimore Orioles baseball game. How many cell phones and Wi-Fi's and all that you think were there? And I didn't make 1 million a day. And this guy, one of these guys is making 1 million in 2 hours. Or they're in a densely populated. I don't care. After a while, if you're a taxi cab driver, a pedal cycler, food vendor, whatever, you have at some point you have to you're repeating the same scans. So those are not new scans. And you're not getting full rewards. It's just, it's a joke. I keep telling myself I'm not going to even bother with this no more. If they ain't worried about the cheating and it makes the project look bad, then why am I? But this is why. So according to this, when you search my name, I only made 248. My wallet went up by 400, but I guess even though the dates and the times don't fit, maybe the Blackbird Miner rewards came in, even though they said they didn't. But this says I made 248. Again, ran this thing nonstop. First couple of days of July, I didn't run it because I had that surgery. But again, I went to Baltimore. I went through airports. People, how much scanning I got in airports? 248 is what I got. Basically $16. I'm besides myself. Now, last week they did come out with this announcement that said we're making adjustments to how rewards work this time. Details land Monday. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what I missed. If there's something I missed, I don't see another announcement. There's no other announcements. I don't know, but that's Chirp. Moving on, still in second place is going to be Entropy, or Entropy as Grumpy calls it. Price is still fluctuating in between that low sevens into the eights. People buy, people sell. I don't know why people are selling. They know that this project's not about all that, but hey, they want to do it. That's on them. And the Jeter deleter is going to come from. We've seen people getting hit by the Jeter deleter, and yet they still keep doing it. I understand that not everybody likes Discord, but I'm still say some of the same things over and over. These days and times, if you are in a crypto project, especially something like this, you have to get into the Discord. You have to. I know some people don't like Discord, but that's just the necessary evil that you're going to have to deal with, because you're the person that's going to be not knowing the rules. And when your device don't work and you paid $140 or so for a device, Ashler device, and $200 for an NFT, you're the one that's going to be all pissed off and upset and crying because why is this a paperweight now? Entropy Acolytes, the NFTs for your Ashlers. Cheapest one looks like it's going for 2.176 right now of Solana. Same thing with apes. Snakes are always going for significantly more because people need a snake. There's not as many of them. And you need a snake so that you can get the trifecta, which is the 2x multiplier like I have on one of my devices. And I'm trying to find where the first snake is going to be at. Yesterday was close to 4. Here's the first snakes right here. 3.864 Solana right now is what the first snake is going for. And you have 4 snakes in a row. You can see on the side what some of the buy action, sell action has been, which again, I don't know a lot about NFTs. It's hard for me to understand why some of these are going for 1.8 and 1.9 when, you look at what some of these other prices are, but the cheapest prices are 2.1 something. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but hey, they're up there. So looks like you had 14 sales in the last 24 hours. Top offer was 1.7. One thing I didn't see in their announcements is they are coming out with their own store, and people can sign up for affiliates. I don't know if this means everybody can be an affiliate. I don't know how that works. Good luck to you. But there is going to be an Ashler storefront that also has merch. And apparently there's also no longer a per household limit. So now if you want 10 of these things, you're allowed to have 10 of these things. So that the whole 5 Entropy Ashler thing is over with. Maybe I need to do a video on this separately, so I don't take too much time here. But you can sign up for this. Also, another thing I've noticed is that the multipliers, depending on if you have a snake, a whale, and an ape, you get a 2x multiplier. Or if you have so many whales in a row, you get a 1 point something multiplier. That has finally taken effect. It just started, but I noticed today that one of my Ashler miners got basically double the entropy rewards that my other ones did. And that's because my 2x multiplier has taken effect. So if you have that lineup correct in your wallet, you know, snake, whale, and ape, you should see on your scoreboard on justentropy.lol on the console, you should see the multiplier on it, tell you what he scores. Again, I'm gonna do a whole video on this. I don't want to take up too much time on this. But another thing that has happened that a lot of people have not talked about is you have the halving occurred. Entropy has been out for a year. Now listen, y'all know I support entropy, or entropy as I call it, and I'm a big supporter of them. But I'm also I don't turn face either. It has been long-standing tradition on this channel, if you've ever watched my videos before, that I don't like yearly halvings. I don't like it. To me, you're cutting out the kneecaps of the people that supported you early. We're just getting started with Ashlers, and I don't agree with any project, GeoDNet, anything that has a 1 year halving, an every single year halving. You know, Wingbits is doing this completely different. I'm not going to go there. They're not having a halving. They have this other kind of scale back type thing, which is a lot better. I wish more projects would take note of that. But you have seen a halving occur with entropy. Now, what I'm thinking, hopefully you see some positive price action out of this. That's the way it's supposed to work. I don't know. More Ashlers being sold, rewards are going to keep going down. You need that price increase to offset that. So, you know, we're making $2.37 right now per day, which is low compared to what we were making with in the past, but yet it's still number 2 on our project list right now. Moving on to the next is going to be GeoDNet, 3rd place. GeoDNet, we started getting kind of worried about the price. We saw the price going down. It is up 2 cents today. So we have seen about 2 cents. So we're up to about 17.5 cents right now, making about $2.10 per day, making 12 geode per day. Again, the ROI now on this is close to 350 days, plus or minus a few days. So you're looking at almost a year if you're buying this GeoDNet device. Now, we're all positive in this project. We feel very positive in this project. So you hoping for some positive price action. Some positive price action would, of course, bring down that ROI, make rewards a little nicer. As of right now, that's just what the facts are. Checking out the Discord, I don't see any new announcements or anything new from GeoDNet. We're just steady on working with GeoDNet. Coming to number 4 is Onocoy. This is a surprise. You see where it was ranked. I always try to leave the ranking from the previous week on here so you can kind of see where it jumped around at. So it was in 6th place before, moving up to 4th place. And Onocoy token has kind of leveled off at this 6 cent rate. So at 31 Ono per day, you're making $1.90 on Onocoy. You know, I've heard some people knock down Onocoy and stuff like that, but as of right now, you're making about $1.90 per day. So we'll see if we can keep that up. So Onocoy had a little contest about who was the best setup. Congratulations to Raptor Mining. Somebody I'll talk to occasionally on X and with some of the other projects we're in. But Raptor Mining has a gorgeous setup. I would never have anything like this because I'm too lazy. This is an awesome setup. Clean. It's got the what I call flex tubing, flex loom going around it, protecting all those wires from the elements. And the box right here, antenna for his Wingbits, GeoDNet is other, and I guess whatever else he's got. He says on here what he has. He has a GeoDNet, Wingbits, and Onocoy. So I'm guessing he has a separate antenna for each one. But here it is. That is, even the Nordic Crypto even says this got to be one of the best, cleanest setups I've ever seen, and I 100% completely agree with that. It is a gorgeous setup, very clean. Somebody who does this a lot, not every day anymore, but you know, with these kind of setups, I think that's takes a lot of patience, probably a lot of trial and error and stuff like that. But to get this piping right and everything like that, that's a good setup. I'm very impressed with that. Good job. So you can go to Onocoy to see all these, who had the best mean and dream partnership and stuff like that. Soon launching Onocoy dashboards on Dune, giving you full visibility of network, it's performing, growing, see how much Ono is being burned through activity. So it looks like they're trying to be somewhat transparent, which I like this. I think that's pretty cool. And again, y'all can go check this out on their Discord. Moving on, we got ROVR. I have to thank ROVR very much. I reached out to them about my problem I'm having with my GPS. Even though when I plugged it in, the little blue light was on, I could not get it to connect to my phone. After some troubleshooting, they sent me a new one. I just received it today. I did have to pay a $23 duty tax on it, but if that's the worst I got to pay to get a brand new device, I'm all for it. So price came down just a hair. It's at 0.0, 99 or something like that, about basically a penny. So we're still about $1.75. Depending again, there's no telling, you can't explain how much you're going to make with this because it's all about how much you're going to drive. Me driving back and forth to work and a little bit of driving around while I'm at work, I made about $1.75. Again, now that I got this device back in, I can hook it back up to my truck and take some more measurements and see how this works out. One announcement saying that the light cone enclosure closure mold is complete. Production is about to scale. Upcoming batch of light cone device. I can't say that. I keep wanting to say Litecoin. That's OG for you. The light cone device will feature lighter, more rugged, and field-ready casing optimized for real-world deployment. I love to get one of these things, but this thing looks like it has a robot on top of my wife's car. I don't think it's gonna fly. But for those people who don't have to worry about wives, I think it's a cool thing that y'all need to look into. I'm going to have to reach out to Helium Deploy and find out if they plan on selling that so I can try to push it for them because, again, I like the ROVR project and I hope this works out for them. So it's a way to help them out. All right, moving on. Number 5 is going to be junk. So for those of you who followed along, I took 14,000, which is basically almost everything I had, and I put that in the pool. When I put that in the pool with my NFTs, it gave me credit for 22 million. However, I only made 1.7 million per day. So even if I would have had it going for all 7 days, I lost my butt off on it. What somebody told me is when you look at this, basically, you don't want to boost more than what the first place is. So like here, I wouldn't want to boost 22 million. I want to boost 16,500. But then you always have to kind of watch to make sure that somebody didn't just go right above you. Like it become a challenge. But I don't want to deal with this craziness. Like you can see right here what I made in my total rewards. This is what the base rewards was: 200,000, 211,000, 211,000. My base rewards, my boost rewards were 1.5 million for a total of 1.7 million. This is 1.7. 1.7. 1.7. So I was making 1.7 million. So if you take 1.7 million times 7, you're looking at 12 million. And then I boosted for 1.46. So it's basically I lost 2 million. I lost 2 million tokens by trying this. I'm not gonna say I'll never try it again, but right now, and from what several of y'all have reached out to me, this is not really the best thing. Now, let me flip this around. If you're trying to just support the project, what's cool about this is that I do give it to them that when all these tokens you see right here, this is all getting burned at the end of the week. So they're burning a mess load of tokens. This is 16 million, 15 million, 15 million, 13 million, 10.5 million, 10 million, 9 million, 9 million, 8 million tokens being burned. So they are burning a hell of a lot of tokens. The price isn't really reflecting it, but it's still a good gesture. You know, you're making 1.9 million a week if you're not staking, you know, or boost pool or whatever you want to call it. But it's up to you if you think it's worth it. Everybody has basically agreed that if you're not doing enough to be in the first, second, and third place, it's definitely not worth it. There's a part of me, if I would have caught this on Sunday, there's a part of me next, I want to do it like if I'm in 10th place. Because I feel that's what majority of y'all would do. I want to see what my rewards are and how bad I lose out on that. Because then if I do lose, it's going to be like, why even do this? But again, trying to support the project, trying to figure it all out, trying to see the differences, you know, whatever. We'll see. Moving on, number 6. I think it's gonna be numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is number 7. Is Earnapp. Again, I don't repeat myself. I apologize. I'm at almost $200 again already. I cashed out before I went on my Baltimore trip, which was July. In the July, got my $200. I am mining now like 11 devices, I think. So when you average it out, I think it averages out with my bandwidth rate here in America about 68 cents per day per device. Again, I'm gonna keep saying it because I think some of y'all are missing out on this. If you have Wingbits devices on DIY, that's your little potatoes, your just all those different things like that, you need to be running this. If you have old computers running grass and stuff like that, or bit harvest devices or crank devices or anything like that, you need to be running Earnapp. Earnapp by far, when you pitch all those projects together, Earnapp is blowing them away. So looking at the referrals, yes, I've had a couple of referrals. I thank y'all very much. But I really think a lot of y'all, for the amount of views I get with these videos, I think people are just skipping over Earnapp with the chapters and not listening to me, because I really think for what you make on this and how easy it is, you don't have to worry about the token price, and you can get it instantly deposited to your PayPal or Amazon card. It's easy. I don't know, you know, but they say you can lead a horse to water, but you know, I think y'all need to look into it. But it's easily the probably. I really am thinking about just putting it as my number 1 project, just because of how well I'm doing with it. Weather XM, we'll go in the complete opposite direction now. I have a Weather XM device right here, shows internet, says it's connected, and yet when you go to the to Weather XM app on my phone, it's saying it has not been connected to the internet in 3 days. I don't know. If it's not one, it's the other one. I finally got in 2 days ago, 2 days ago, my Weather XM station from Weather XM to replace my other broken one. That's the one with the M5 device on it. I didn't get a chance at work today to put it together. It's Monday. It's crazy. And, but this device has been very reliable for the last 2 or 3 months I've had it set up. And now this device is saying it's offline, but yet when you look at it right now, it's showing online. So I don't know what's going on with it. Like, you get, why can't stuff just work right? You get sick of just troubleshooting all the time. I've been troubleshooting bit harvest devices that I can't get to work. It's having tail scale issues and stuff. And it's always something. I got Helium devices down. They're showing internet connection, but they're not working. That's what my weekend was. And even today at work, in between work and stuff like that, after work, I'm like, this is just getting ridiculous. So that's Weather XM. No news, no new announcements. Prices going sideways, maybe down a little bit, but moving on. Grass, we don't know what the hell's going on grass, other than the price is just tanking. That's not FUD, that's not whatever. It is straight tanking. What the explanation is, I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody's discussing it. Looking at the Discord, there's no answers to anything. You ask, when is this stage going to end? And you get some bot that says it's not dependent on time. It's dependent basically on when we're ready. Well, it's been almost a year since our last rewards. I really think when people saw Epoch 10 and like this shit's continuing, oh my God, that's when people start selling. There might have been some token unlocks. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on, but well, I still think what's going to happen is you're going to have all these tokens dump at one time from the past year. Everybody's going to get a buttload of tokens. worth all kinds of money because it's all these tokens at one time, and people can be happy again. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Honeygain's pawns, you know, same old spiel I always say. If you're running grass, make sure you run an Earnapp with it. I have a code in my description below to join Earnapp, and same thing, Honeygains and pawns. Battle for last place. Here we go. This is always my projects that I feel like, you know, they can't get out their own way. Some of it, no fault of their own. It's just the project is struggling. Some of them is because they keep making idiotic decisions, in my view. Some of y'all might not agree with that, but they just keep making idiotic decisions that just tank their project even more, even though they think they're doing good because a couple of cheerleaders tell them it's good. And one of them is definitely having that issue. Helium, I don't know what's going on with Helium. I find that my rewards are getting lower and lower. You cannot sit there and tell me that there's more devices going online, because I totally doubt that's what it is. You know, I just, I say, I hate to say the same stuff over again, but to me, you should be Helium. The rewards are so bad. To me, people should be probably dropping stations. Your rewards should be going up. My rewards have taken a big dip. I don't know about y'all, but like, I think I'm getting like 0.1 or 0.2 HNT per device a day when I was getting 0.6 and 7, maybe 8 a day. I don't know what's going on with it. Price underneath $3. It needs some help and some life support. Good luck to it. SOARCHAIN, same thing I said before. There's no news on SOARCHAIN right now. No news on the little video camera they're making you use. Well, not making use, but trying to get you to use to test out. No news on any of that stuff. Staking is where it's at. I'm making almost 70 tokens a day. Staking, when driving around, I'm making 9 or 10 tokens. It's struggling, very much struggling. SOARCHAIN has these announcements going on for Q3 2025. This actually says August. There's an Aster open beta launch. Aster is going live starting Monday, the 11th of August. You'll be able to run Aster sandbox nodes on Linux PCs. A phone receive installation links. You also start welcoming contributions for Raspberry Pi and other ARM64 devices. Experimental phase. I don't know anything about Aster. I've seen them talk about it, but I'm not 100% familiar with it, so don't ask me to talk about it. Dash cam feature. This is what I was saying earlier. It says it's going live. It doesn't say when. It just says sometime in August. So I don't think that's gonna be the 11th because that's today. I didn't see any change with it. But you start earning SOAR for high quality contributions. DSOAR conversion would also be completed this month. So I am very curious. Keep an eye on what your balances are, because I am curious to see. I have a crap load of miles on the dash camera. Went all the way to New York, if you remember, Washington, D.C., drove from Louisiana to there, running this and back and all over the place. I have a bunch of miles on my DSOAR. So, we'll see what that converts to. Teams of Agents beta launch will be in September. There's a version Aster 1.0 release in October. So they say like they still got some things going on. I don't know. If y'all plan on running any of this stuff, this Aster stuff, y'all let me know what it is. Teams of Agents beta launch. Y'all tell me what this is. Silencio, I'm still not happy with it at all. So Silencio, the raffle ticket, I told you about it last week. I'm so done with this project. I've told you that before, and I have not touched it. People trying to make excuses why my rewards went down so much. I find it hard to believe that there's that many more people joining this project. When you look at the Discord, you take away the usual cheerleaders, you don't have that kind of involvement like you used to. People have been getting out this project since beta ended because of the token price and the way things were being handled. Hey, I was positive for the raffle tickets. I'm not trying to repeat myself like I do every project, but 700,000 raffle tickets should have got me a lot more than 73,000. just to me, I think you would make a lot of people happy if you tried the raffle ticket thing, it didn't work. I don't like it because despite any kind of lack of transparency, you can't tell me that they can't pick and choose who gets what. And it seems like the people who don't talk positive about it get a little bit less. That's just my opinion. But um, I don't know. I'm just not happy with the project. It's not a secret. And again, I'm not running it anymore. I have not ran this since probably end of June, early July, and we'll just let the raffle tickets. I have all my tokens staked, so I'm making 700 something thousand raffle tickets. What are you making? The people that want to critique me, you're making a hell of a lot less. So if I just keep staking, I don't have to run the project. It's been called into question many times, the quality of this, because it's not a secret that you can also sit in a car in front of a venue and have your radio playing in your vehicle or super quiet in your vehicle and still get a stadium. You know, I guess they got paying customers. I don't know. But hey, if you're still running it, good luck to you. I hope everybody succeeds. Natix, I got paid August 1st for Natix. Nothing really has changed. Token prices kind of stayed the same, making about 23 cents a day. There's no news on the Natix front at all. And I love when they do all this. Like, who knows what the hell their name is? Maybe I'm not dedicated enough for this project, but I don't know if I'm the Green Drive Dynamo. I could be, but and do I need to contact y'all? I don't know. Who knows? I might be the winner of a brand new iPhone 16. No news on Natix, no real changes or anything like that. Moving on is DIMO. Nothing new. Y'all know my thoughts on DIMO. I don't really want to keep repeating myself. It's getting late. A lot of us thought we were getting an up in rewards reading the Discords. I am not the only one that was confused by that, but apparently they gave an extension until August 13th or 14th for people to get subscriptions that are due subscriptions, which means you're not going to see an increase. That's the 14th. That means people still can get rewards. They're not going to get cut off yet. So that means probably August 25th is when we would see those rewards, because August 18th, you're going to still get, that's Monday, you're going to get those rewards again for the people that were given an extension. So users with a Tesla or Autopilot that is over 1 year old, you have a 2-week grace period, enroll in the subscription until August 14th. You'll see a banner in your vehicle tab in the app. Simply tap activate and follow instructions. If you have an Autopilot that is less than 1 year old, or R1 or Macron, you're still on your free trial. Don't need to worry about subscriptions just yet. And it goes over the pricing again. It doesn't say anything about Macarons, but Macarons had a 3 year, so I still have 14, 15 months left. And I can tell you right now, either way, when my subscriptions are due, or my period is up, whatever like that, I 100% am not getting subscriptions. Also, I did sign up finally through the DIMO app, that service that does sell you data or something like that. I haven't seen any kind of increase from that. I don't know exactly how it works, but I have signed up for it. I don't remember exactly even what I did. I was just following some steps that somebody talked about online, and it's a service you can get through the DIMO app. But I am curious to see what's going to happen with these rewards, and I guess now you can wait another 2 weeks for that. So, ERWIN, I don't know what the hell's going on with ERWIN. Can't claim or anything like that. Boxes are burning. I'm still trying to remember to claim my do my charger every now and then, but there was only one transaction in the last 24 hours on the Explorer. I don't know what's going on with this project. In the Discord, there's only been like 1 or 2 people chit-chatting on the Discord in over 24 hours. And one of them is somebody from the project saying that this project's still alive. They plan on working on something soon, NFTs and all stuff like that. But, This is another project. You know, we did an ESP32 on it. Didn't cost anything to get in. So whatever happens, what happens with at this point. With only $400 in locked liquidity, I don't think you're selling your tokens anyway. So you can call it what it is. You might as well stick with it at this point. I mean, I am. It's your tokens ain't really worth anything anyway. So we'll see what happens to them if they pull it out or not. Moving on to testnet projects. Wingbits is getting close. We know that they're looking at doing at the end of August, early September, their full testnet. It seems like it took for a while to get here, and it's finally here. I'm excited for it. Currently, they have an AMA coming up tomorrow, and they have 170 people who are waiting for this AMA. I'm going to try to be on for as long as I can. I do have a meeting at work that I cannot miss. So I'll be able to catch the first 30 minutes of this, but not much longer than that. So I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to catch or not with this. Just remember, this time is right here is my time. So you would have to go look in the Discord for what your time would be so you can catch this. If you're in Wingbits, this is what we've been waiting for. I would do my best if I was y'all to get into this AMA in Discord and try to listen to what's going on. I know there's several things that are going on with this project right now. I don't know exactly what they all are, but I've just been asked by them to prepare to do some videos. You know, if I keep telling them I feel like I haven't did a video on Wingbits in a while, and they told me, don't worry, we got some content coming up for you. And I really don't know what that's going to be yet. More than just an AMA, some different announcements that they have. I'm eager to get that done and eager to get, you know, back with Wingbits, because I feel like I haven't did a video on them in months. We've been waiting for AMA, patiently waiting for AMA, but I think we're finally getting to that. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel for that, and then see what happens next with this project. But I'm very eager to get this to get this on mainnet, and I'm excited. This is my #1 project. Put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into, and I can't wait to see what comes out of it. All right, so moving on past Wingbits is going to be 375 AI. It's not really a new project. I just haven't updated this yet. But they came out with an announcement that they were 97% close to mainnet, only 3% left. And then you come to find out they're not taking a snapshot for TGE for another 2 months. So I don't know what kind of time frame they're on that's 97% done with testnet, but yet they got 2 months left. A lot of people are not happy with that. You can check the X out with the announcement. I don't think they got the excitement they thought they were going to get, but hey, that's their project. That's about the only announcement they've had. Last but not least is COMBINDER. You know, it's my newest project. Without just repeating myself, you'll know I wanted some smart plugs, came across the project, and I'm in it. Very, very, very new. Don't even have a Discord yet. I don't think they have plans right now even for a Discord. So that's how new they are. And I don't agree with everything they do, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I am trying to find 1 or 2 more projects just to keep things fresh and not get stale with the same projects over and over. I am looking through a couple of different things right now, but nothing that's really caught my eye that doesn't have a big price tag to get in. The way I just feel right now with some of these Depin projects, you know, this is just me. Y'all know this video is not financial advice, but right now I'm not spending a lot of money to get into projects right now. We're not seeing this big alt season we thought we were going to see, and I just don't know. We're not seeing this jump in prices in some of these projects. In fact, I mean, our investments, our rewards are going down. You know, when you look at Chirp and ENTROPY and GEODNET, Onocoy may be the exception right now, but ROVR and Junk and all of them, WeatherXM, Grass, everything's going down, going the wrong direction. Hey, you know, a week or 2 from now, I could be doing a video that everything is 180 and how great everything looks. You know, Helium, all of them, SOARCHAIN, Silencio, everything's going down right now. Even though you have Bitcoin hitting 122,000, I just don't know how I feel about Depin as a whole as far as revenue for your pocket. I'm not saying that the space is bad. I'm not saying that there's no need for space. Of course, there's a need for space, or these projects wouldn't be successful. The project itself, y'all know one of my rules is that just because a project can be successful and it could suck for the miner or the participant, which is us, or a project could be successful for us, but the project suck. You know, I can look at this list and see that for both of these, arguments. So with that, I don't know how far I'm gonna get getting into other projects. It seems like some of these free projects, while they're free to get in, we're getting kind of what we thought we were gonna get out of them being free. You look at the battle for last place, and a lot of these projects, the battle for last place, are projects that were free to get in. Silencio, in Natix, in ERWIN. It is what it is. The projects that we're doing good in, Chirp, you had to buy a device. ENTROPY, you had to buy the NFTs and the Ashlers and the GeoDNets and Onocoys and the ROVRs. You had to buy those devices. Again, that's just how I'm feeling right now on August 11th. Get with me in a week or two or three, and who knows, it could all be changed. People keep asking me about prices on Wingbits. We discussed this in the last video. I don't know. I am contemplating doing more lives. It seems like it's a lot easier. I'm sitting here and instead of just keep putting out entropy videos every other day for y'all, even though I do have to do one on some updated stuff with them, but maybe just doing a live and just chit chatting with y'all, seeing what's going on. All of us having discussions about Depin projects and what we in and what we like, and some complaints we have with projects. It seems like the Thursday videos are getting really long because y'all got so much to talk about that maybe I need to do one or two more lives in the evenings, maybe on Tuesdays and Sundays as a wrap up of the week type of thing, instead of just only doing videos on Mondays and Thursdays right now, just to try to get some more stuff in there. I don't know. Kind of, to me, I'll try anything once or twice and just see what it looks like. If there's nobody participating because they can only do Thursdays, maybe I'll change the time up a little bit so that I can do it earlier on Tuesdays or later on Sundays or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know what my head's going to be like this weekend to be doing videos, but we'll see. So, keep your chin up. I know I sound like I'm down right now, but it ain't because of crypto. Y'all know everything going on in my life right now, but who knows? We keep thinking it's going to be alt season. One good alt push can bring up a lot of these prices and we'll all be happy and giddy again. We'll see. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate everything. I appreciate all the support that y'all giving me, and see y'all next video.